When I became a Christian, I thought prayer is something for all grandmas in the church and just going through these mantras over and over again. But when I found out that Christianity is about relationship with God, I started telling God things that I would never think I would tell him. I started telling him what I did wrong when I sinned. And instead of feeling more guilty, I started feeling more relieved. And the things that I was learning about him, I tried to tell him. And of course, I asked him for things because I know that he's almighty. And who should I turn to? To God. So when I want something really bad, then I come to God and I'm like, God, what do you think about this? And he listens, and probably sometimes he laughs and sometimes he cries. But prayer, I think about it as a discussion with God. I work like 20 minutes from my house, and I love to walk at the evening, and it's time when I can reflect and kind of bring my whole day and kind of reflect it with God and tell him, this is what I was doing all day. What do you think about it? What do I do? What should I do with it? And a lot of times this evening walk home gives me time to kind of calm down and get some wisdom. Sometimes when I pray and I hope that God will answer it a certain way, and I'm expecting God will do something, and I pray, and sometimes He answers my prayer the way I pray, but a lot of times He answers them in a totally different way. But the amazing thing about it is when I pray, and the longer I pray for the thing, He changes me somehow, and it's okay. Then I look and I'm thinking, God, this was really cool. I totally didn't expect this, and I'm glad that you did it this way and not my way. Like one of the things, one time I really wanted to travel to US, and I planned all this trip, and I was praying like, this is gonna be it. I'm planning this, and this is gonna be the time of my life. And suddenly all the doors start closing. Everything starts shutting down, and I think Lord just totally stopped it. And I was asking, Lord, why do you do this? Like, I'm so excited, and I think that was your will and everything. And then He did something totally different. He planned a totally different trip and blessed me so much more with different things. And on the end of that trip, I could just say, thank you, Lord, because I would never expect that. One of the things that when I see the amazing power of prayer was when we were starting our church, and we decided we're going to take 2 months and just pray. And we decided to do prayers, like 24/7 kind of prayer. And people would pick a time in the day and pray for an hour, just spend it with God, and just pray for church and for lives of their friends. And it was great encouragement to suddenly have somebody at 2 a.m. calling you and wake you up and say, it's your turn, pray. And that hour with God, at first it felt, what I'm gonna say for an hour. But after several days, it went by so fast. I needed more time. And I think that was what the prayer was just captivating us. And it had great results. One of the biggest victories in prayer that I saw or experienced was a group of people. We were praying for this one girl, and she lived in a different country, and she was there by herself. And we saw her maybe twice a year. And so we started praying in hope that God will do something. And as we were praying, God was doing something really amazing, and we had no idea. God was drawing her closer to himself. She started seeking him. She started reading his word and trying to get to know him. She was looking for some people that could help her, trying to find a fellowship that she would go to church. And we had no idea. And suddenly we would start hearing more and more from her. And now she's in our church. She's in a small group. She's bringing her sister, her girls around her to Christ. And that was answered prayer. That was totally God. And we had nothing to do with it, except we just knew that girl and prayed for her for a little bit. Sometimes it takes a risk to pray. And a great example for me is Daniel, because he still prayed even though it was forbidden, and he risked everything. He has this great life, great position, but the only thing that he was not willing to give up was time with the Lord and a prayer. And for me, that's a great encouragement and a great example. Don't take this easy. This is a very, very important thing. Keep praying, and God will stand behind you, and he'll do his will.